the kids to bed, dad's home. We are the DWO podcast. Numero and Mike with my dad team.
You were breaking up literally that whole intro, and your bars are down.
Roll with it.
Okay. Well, they're back up now. Okay. What is going on, everybody? As Mr. Magnificent over there said, I'm Big Rig. We are the DWO podcast. How are you on this fine day?
Good. I relaxed a lot, man. Yesterday was a busy day.
Yes, it was. Both went to work and then didn't really have much in between and went straight to AEW. I'm sorry, I should say made history by going to the first ever AEW House Rules.
Right.
Which was a lot of fun, and we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about it. It was a lot of fun, and especially for. I'll just start off by saying it, man. You go get a general admission seat. It's with fees. I think it was $25 for a ticket.
Yeah.
Worth it. 1,000,000,000%. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to bringing my daughter there with me. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I know me and you went last night. Cephas, Mr. Wrestling T-shirt guy, was there with us. Found out at the end that Dave, Mr. The Pro Wrestling Podcast himself, was there. He didn't tell us he was going, so I'm gonna put that blame on him. Mm-hmm. Even though he was like, "Well, you didn't tell me you were going." Well, we live closer, so tell us when you're going places, Dave. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we were talking about it. We just consumed so much wrestling. I feel like in a week, like there's not enough time, at least for us, like guys, we're working 5-6 days a week to consume it all. But so you kind of got to pick and choose what you want to watch. Like, for example, on Monday, do I really want to sit through 3 hours of Raw, or do I just want to read the Cliff Notes? Or like even Rampage, like I still haven't watched Rampage.
I had it on today and listened while I was doing other things. I mean, you had Red Fenix versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a nice match. But yeah, I mean, you had freaking JAS segment. I don't know. It was just alright. It felt like a B show.
Yeah. And
SmackDown was a little more fulfilling, and that's been a little. I mean, as the the WrestleMania builds.
Yeah, I mean, as always, I'm gonna be the criticizer on that, and I'm sure there'll be people that say, "Well, why are you criticizing?" Well, there's stuff that's stupid, and when it's stupid, I'm gonna call it out. So, I loved the KO and Sammy story, but then there's that nice rain cloud hanging over it the whole time with Cody freaking Rhodes.
But you also called that was going to happen.
Yeah. And that's where, this is going to be Sammy's consolation prize for being so over. And then you got Cody just, "Oh, my benevolence, here you are."
By the way, nice shirt.
What's going on? Will from the UK. What is going on? Nope, don't want to put that up there. Why is that on there? Please make it go away. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of, Went to the first ever AEW House Rules last night. Picked us up a shirt.
Had to.
Had to. Super comfy shirt, too. It's not like like we get stuff from PWTs, like the basic one is like, it's a little stiff. Like, this is like the nice one. And, very comfy.
I would be wearing mine, but I'm weird. I have to wash things before I actually wear them. So
yeah, you are weird. What do you?
Not everybody's like that. I just
got to get all the germies off of it. What are you wearing there, big dog?
Oh, funny you ask. I am wearing a, we'll say, original design. My take on the Join the Dark Order shirt. It is the Join the Dad Ward Order shirt.
We have many variations on that stuff, so yeah, can't wait to put those designs out.
Yes, and if you have any ideas for new shirts, let me know. I'm always open to ideas. It's always fun to play around with things and see what we can come up with. So, and who doesn't love good dad jokes and bring them to life on a T-shirt?
Right.
Get a good pop.
So here, what he's saying, it was great pop when they hugged, and then they ruined it by cutting to Cody going, look what I did. Fucking loser. Yeah. But, yes, we did go to the AEW house show. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, Will, are you going to go when they come over to England? I don't know how close you are to where they're coming to or whatever. But man, I'll tell you what, if you can't get to the Dynamite, if they end up doing like a house show over there or something, go to it. Tons of fun.
It was 92% to capacity last night. We're talking a freaking packed house.
It was awesome.
It had the crowd was electric. I mean, it was some weird hybrid of, indie show and AEW show, and man, it was everything we had talked about, we had hoped it would be, and it really delivered. That's good because at the heart and soul of the company are indie wrestlers, you know what I mean? And I think they still, want to stay true to that. And this gives them the chance, and like you've talked about, is to kind of help people grow and help explore, kind of have a trial run, a dress rehearsal on a, storyline or a feud or whatnot.
Yep.
So,
well,
house shows where things don't have to make sense.
That's right. That is unfortunate, sir. I apologize. Well, if they do happen to come close to where you're at, I hope you get to go, because AEW shows in general, I mean, me and Mike have been to a few. They just it feels like a party, man. It's so much fun. They're just really.
Or if you ever find yourself in the greater Cincinnati area, look us up.
Yeah. England Scotland border. Okay. All right. Right
wow.
on. I'm not great with geography, but yeah, that doesn't sound close to London at all.
Sounds rainy.
It does sound rainy. But then again,
that's why they have good scotch.
Our weather here is, I think I'd take consistently kind of rainy over our ridiculous weather that we have over here.
70 sunny, shorts and t-shirts one day, snowing the next.
Yep, pretty much.
My sinuses are like, hey,
yep.
F you, buddy.
Oh, it's bad. But yeah, it was, we had talked about, it was good chance for, some of this talent. They didn't have as much, talent that you can tell, they had a couple that you that when Hook came out, he was able to have a longer match with Ethan Page, kind of to get, here's how to play to the crowd. Because, I mean, Hook's over. Don't get me wrong. Hook is extremely over.
There we go. I can see the logo better.
I'm not 100% sure on the capacity. I want to... How many does that place hold, you think? 3,000, maybe?
Google it. It's the Hobart Arena.
Hobart Arena. Ohio. I'm Googling it right now.
Check the Google machine.
Hobart Arena, 3,782. So I would say there was probably about 3,000 people there last night, which was so much fun. And I mean, it really, dude. I mean, it was packed. It was very packed. And I guess it's the whatever arena they run. Kind of depends on how many people will be there. But I mean, to me, the number itself doesn't really matter as long as it's close to packed. Like that's when that atmosphere just feels awesome. I mean, like when Mox and Claudio came out, dude, that place went absolutely bonkers.
Cincinnati Mock Pop is great. Yeah, because I mean, think about it, dude. We've been in, hole in the wall VFWs that are packed, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And it still has a crazy,
great
awesome
atmosphere. Great
vibe.
atmosphere.
Yeah. Yes. And I mean, Calumet Center up there in Dayton, same thing with Revolver. It's,
Yep.
a little less capacity, but man, they pack it wall to wall, and that's lots of goosebump, hair standing on end moments there.
And yeah, Ethan Page getting you. We love Ethan Page. Ethan Page is a friend of the show. Really good guy. I said last year that I hope that he is a part of the main event scene this coming year, which is this year now. And I think that we are going to see a lot more of him, especially because they're going to be going on that like 6-show leg up in Canada over the summer.
Oh yeah.
I think
They love playing for that.
I think we're going to see a lot of Ethan Page, and I mean he's absolutely a main event talent. So kind of how like on Dynamite they, with that opening segment they showed, hey, this is what the main event scene is kind of going to be going forward, but it's not going to be the whole main event scene. But kind of we don't need to use Mox and Danielson and Omega and everything like that. We can kind of give it off to some new guys this coming year, which is also building the foundation, for your future. So I think, you're going to have Ethan Page in there as well, and Ricky Starks, and, Hobbs will be up there, Wardlow will be up there, hopefully Miro, and it'll just feel, like I said on the last show, it felt very refreshing, and I'm hoping that's how it's going to feel going forward.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I hope that 6 show or whatever it is trip to Canada doesn't mean an obnoxious amount of Chris Jericho.
I'm sure it will. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest here. Hey, somebody's watching from England, dude. That's pretty cool.
That's Will. That's this guy.
It's a reach
right here.
It's pretty neat. Hey,
that's pretty neat.
It's pretty neat. We appreciate you, Will. We appreciate the comments too. I love this stuff. If you comment, please, so I don't just have to talk to myself, because I love just talking with other people about wrestling. That's the whole reason I started doing this. So, Mike gets kind of boring after a while. So please,
heresy, sir.
I'm just kidding. Sky Blue, Anthony Bones. I mean, I already thought Bones was pretty good to begin with, but I mean, definitely in terms of how over they got. Sky Blue just gets better and better every single time I see her wrestle.
Absolutely. She was there last night.
See, here's the thing, though. I've seen Sky. She was there last night. You're right. That was pretty cool. So here's the thing with Sky. I've seen her on indie shows before, and I know what she's capable of, but she's never really been in a match in AEW yet where she can. Usually she's there, she's the one getting beat. But like the very first Warrior Wrestling show I went to, I watched her, Athena, and Thunder Rosa have a triple threat for the Warrior Women's Championship, and that was awesome. And Sky can really show what she can do, and I think she's a fantastic talent. But I mean, you just see, I just like this. I like seeing how they're just building up this younger talent for when, Mox and Omega and Danielson and all those older guys are like, hey, I don't really want to wrestle every week.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I mean,
here's our new crop.
that's the smartest thing they can do. It's building your farm system, right? It's the same thing like the Major League Baseball does. Build that farm system, and that way, when you have the chance to bring quote unquote spotlight.
You're breaking up real bad, Mike.
I wanted to say,
Are you good?
yeah, I see that.
You're good now.
They were talking about seeing a lot of content from the show last night. And I just want to say that when we typically don't film a lot, and we may take a few pictures, especially if we know people, but just our kind of credo on it is we go there and we feel like looking through a camera takes away from our experience.
I agree. I took a couple pictures and videos at the beginning just to kind of, hey man, it's a historic night. It's cool. And plus the Ethan Page calling, saying, I want another match. That was too quick. And then Hook's music hits and everybody just goes nuts.
Dude, that pop
that was great. I was so glad I captured that. That was cool.
But we have tons of friends that do it, and it's like they put together some really cool ass stuff, and it's like that's incredible. But for me, I just
Sorry, I'm watching GCW too.
Oh, nice.
Cole Radrick just came out. Ready, Daddy.
Nice. We'll be the next Revolver show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice.
It's him.
This is our first one, I think.
Him versus Mance Warner tonight. Pretty good show.
Ooh. That's going.
But what Will said earlier, talking about Lance Archer, I would love to see Lance Archer used more. I would like to see. I don't necessarily think I need him in a faction, but just some direction given to him. I don't know. I mean, he's a great monster heel. He's a fantastic wrestler, but I need a him to be going after something. Give him a real feud. Basically, is what I'm saying. But Will also talking about Zelina Vega. Yeah, fantastic talent. I had talked about that a while back, how I wish she wasn't. Hold on. Hold the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pro from the Pro Wrestling Podcast. Sir, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Buddy, we're fantastic.
Bro.
Fantastic. Hold on. So I'm going to have to...
So what are you guys talking about?
What do you guys want to talk about? Not Cody, hopefully. We were just talking about the house show, which you were at last night as well. You had a little different vantage point than us. What'd you think being up that close? Dave was on the floor. He's not a poor like us.
Yeah, we didn't even know he was there till the end.
You sanctimonious son of a bitch!
Hey, nobody asked. Nobody bothered to tell me they were going. So
you live in Chicago. Why would I be like, hey man, you going?
Hey, so I lived in Chicago and I still went to that Dayton show, and
that was
We
talked about ahead of time. About ahead of time,
It
sir.
seems to be the theme around here that everybody lacks communication. Nobody wants to talk to the pro here, and it's fine.
obviously we had general admission tickets, and that was all that was available when we got them. So we did talk about going, but we kind of last minute it. We were maybe
All of us were there,
waiting on-
Will. All of us.
Yes,
It was awesome.
we might have been waiting on comp tickets that didn't come through, but whatever.
I mean, it's fine. Whatever. It's whatever. But I thought, honestly, it was a great opener to the tours.
Yeah,
It
it was
felt
fantastic.
it felt like I was at a Dynamite.
Yeah,
Minus
it was
the-
just a Dynamite in a little bit smaller building.
Right. It would look like what would happen if AEW was just an indie show.
Mm-hmm. I was just saying, man, that pop when Ethan Page was calling out and I need another match, and Hook's music hits. Man, that place went nuts.
Yeah.
That was
See, I
great.
came right at the bitter end of that.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. I saw Hook though.
We were there hella early.
We were, yeah.
I saw a lot of people get there early for the meet and greet, and that's
It was
cool.
Dave. Can you vouch for this? It was Chicago level cold.
Oh, it was
There last
super
night.
fucking cold.
It was it was dumb how cold it was up there.
I could not believe how cold it was. The wind made
We were
it
trying to
even
bullshit
worse.
We were trying to bullshit afterwards. First of all, they kicked us out because we were hanging inside too long. And you guys, come on, guys. The security guards came up and asked us, "Are you guys part of the show?"
yeah.
These guys are like, "Nah." I'm like, "Yes."
You're like, yeah. Can we see them in the back, please?
Yeah. Sorry. Where's Tony at?
Yeah. Speak to Tony. He knows. He knows.
I want to say that did he train? I'm sure he trained a little bit with Taz, but didn't he train at Nightmare Factory with QT?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's fantastic, and that's what I said I love about these house shows is they're going to be able to have Hook can have 15, 20-minute matches with people, learn how to work the crowd, because like he's got the presentation, he just needs to round the edges a little bit.
The crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Hold on. I see Mike wearing his Join the Dad. What does it say?
Join the Dad World
World
Order.
Order. And then I got you wearing your house show
Yeah, buddy.
shirt. I didn't get one.
Why
How much were
not?
they? How much were they?
They were like $35.
$35.
Oh, so typical.
But they're
That
like
was
they're
my
the
phone.
they're the nice ones though. Like they're the like I was saying, they're not the basic PWT where it's like super stiff. Like they're the nice cotton ones.
Super soft.
Whoa.
Mike and his
Whoa.
soundboard.
Wait, do that again?
This shirt is so soft. Feels good against your skin.
That's zesty, Mike. That's zesty. You need to tone it down a little bit. Okay. Oh, yes.
Wait a minute. I ain't play with that. I ain't play with that button in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of QT Marshall. Well, I don't know how far you
How
guys
about
got
that
to it
match,
on that.
dude?
No, we were just talking about weren't really talking about each match, just kind of our highlights from it, what we thought about it. It was cool. Like we can talk about that now. Pat Buck came out and wrestled QT Marshall, so that was pretty cool.
First time ever.
Yeah, that was cool.
Dude, we were talking and like I was trying to text him with BJ during the match, and he said that like Eric said that they were actually almost instructional tonight. Hold on, let's see what he said. Coaching the talent to get the crowd involved as much as possible. Lots of interaction with the crowd.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was almost like
It did seem that way.
classes in session. Yeah. So I mean, and that that makes sense with the two trainers, Pat Buck and QT Marshall, that they were kind of out there like, all right, kids, watch the old men show you how it's done.
Right. And they did really well. It was it was a lot of fun, getting a lot of chants. I mean, QT's great at just generating heat in general.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I couldn't
love the
believe the
new QT
turnout.
TV
I
gimmick.
couldn't believe how many people. I walked into that place. Well, first of all, I thought it was a rodeo. I thought that's where they did rodeos.
I think they do. I think they do rodeos there. It's like a hockey rink rodeo. They've done like concerts there. They do all kinds of stuff there.
I would 100% like to see a rodeo there.
It looks. I mean, it looks cool.
It would be insane.
I've never been to a rodeo. I'm sure it's.
Oh, rodeos are a blast, dude.
Are they?
But if a bull got loose in that one, nobody's safe.
But I
Gotta
couldn't
put them
believe how many
cages
people
up.
I had to go through just to get to my seat. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna follow this guy." I'm like, "Okay." Then I go to that guy, one of the ushers, and he goes, "Okay, you're gonna go over you're gonna walk all the way to the right, and then you're gonna meet up with another usher, and he's gonna tell you where to sit." I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Take two lefts, you'll see a guy in a yellow parka. His name's Dave. He'll take you to the seat layer.
And then I get there, I had to keep, you know, when you do that awkward movements when you have to get in and out of the fucking aisles with people like you're at a movie theater.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me.
Oh,
Oh my god.
dude, I don't even want to hear about. You have no idea.
Oh, I heard
my
about your
seating
story.
arrangement last night.
Oh shit, Cole.
One thing I was really upset about: no pyro.
I don't know if they would be allowed to do pyro in there.
It was already kind of like hazy and smoky in there as it was.
What is all from? That's from all the fucking sweat. I was sweating in there, man. It was hot.
It was toasty.
It was toasty. A lot of people breathing on me, yelling at me in my ear. Not
Mike
me, not
had
me.
Mike had something breathing on him. I don't know if it was a mouth.
Disgusting.
It had a heartbeat.
He could feel the heat.
I had a guy scream, I had a guy scream "Mr. Clean" for like 20 minutes when Christopher Daniels was out there
Why?
because it's original and funny, bro. Like, have
it's
you
not
never
at all.
been to a show before? It's comedy. It's the lowest hanging fruit from wrestling fans. They love that shit. They
I
love
know,
the
but
lowest
like
hanging fruit.
you can say it once, but you don't have to repeat it.
It was so fucking annoying. And
Yeah,
I was-
those-
like, people behind me were not fans of AEW because they had no idea who anybody was. Every 5 seconds somebody came out, they were like, "Who's that guy?" Who's that guy?" Every five
What were we-
fucking seconds.
Big Rig, what were you saying about them like shutting down the town, being like Mayberry, like?
Oh yeah, the barber shop, like in all the shop windows, like gone to wrestling, closed early.
Whole town was there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say at least 75% of Troy, Ohio, was there. But it was a good time, man. I would say 99% of the people there were AEW fans, but of course you got the people sitting behind Pro that are like,
I
wait,
had the best seats in the house. I had no
This-
idea who
Right.
who people were. One guy got
This
a
is-
tweet from Tony though, so that was nice.
this isn't the Taylor Swift concert. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Where's John
When
Cena?
you said wrestling,
Hold on.
I thought
Where's
you meant
Undertaker?
Hold on.
WWE.
Where the hell is Goldberg? What is going down? Who's this Will Hobbs feller?
Will Hobbs.
We were in line to do the Orange Cassidy meet and greet, and it was funny because Will Hobbs like poked his head out from behind one of the like screens that were set up there, like while we were standing in line, and somebody was like, "Hey, it's Will," and it was so funny because
It's me.
was it you that said it's
I
Will?
was like, what up, Hobbs?
Yeah. But it was funny because like he didn't look like intimidating in any way. It was just like he was just like poking out, just like trying to say something to somebody, and like it was just like, "Oh, hello, I'm William Hobbs. How are you?" Like
William Buford Hobbs the
the
third,
third.
William Buford.
like my father before me.
But then of course he came out and looked very intimidating. Had a really good match with Christopher Daniels. That was fun.
Yeah, those
Hey, he came out and asked for. He tried to
What do you
bum
call
a dollar, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Fallen Angel.
Oh, what? No, what are those? What is that move called? I'm not good with moves.
Which
his
one?
Finisher. His finisher.
We
Will
know.
Hobbs. What?
No, there's like a new name for it, I think.
The Book of Hobbs.
That-
Those look
Cliff
fucking
Notes.
ruthless.
Because he's got his
Analog.
spine buster, but doesn't he have a new one that's like an attitude adjustment on crack? I can't remember, but yeah, there's I have trouble with finishing move names as well. But overall, man, it was a lot of fun. And I even told Mike, I was like, I hope they come back around. You know, doesn't even have to be Troy, as long as it's like, you know, within 2 hours. I'll bring my daughter to one. She'd love that. Claudio and Mox coming out. The pop for that was ridiculous. Of course, Mox bled at a live event. Like, wait, there's not a camera? He's gonna bleed anyway.
And everybody went crazy.
Oh, yeah, Claudio did the swing. That was great.
He did
Yeah,
the swing. I thought he was about to throw up after.
What'd you think old Big Bill coming out there and cutting a promo on Troy, Ohio?
He didn't hurt my feelings.
I'm just saying. Usually he's not the talker, you know.
No, I know he's not. He usually has people backing him up for him.
I thought he did pretty good.
He did good. Yeah, he got people to
He's
hate
no
him.
Silva Tongue Skywalker, but you know.
Right. No, he's not.
Maybe
But he did pretty good. When he went like this, I really thought he was gonna say, and if I got one word to, I forgot his fucking saying. You know what I'm trying to say though. I'm losing my shit.
What,
But
the
I thought he was about
soft?
yeah, but I thought he was about to say soft. And
I mean,
he didn't.
Acclaim did reference
SAWFT. Soft.
soft.
No, it was.
It was cool. I thought like they're giving him a chance to get out there and see if he's got some mic skills, which I think he did. I thought he did really well. We're gonna bring you outside and put you in a dumpster, and then we're gonna take your women back to. Actually, you know what? We're gonna throw them in the dumpster too, because you're all trash. That was great.
I like trash.
Trash. I'm the trash man.
I can confirm that because I used to live in Ohio. I can confirm
How you live?
everybody's
Lovely.
trash.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm from Ohio. How dare you?
What part?
Cincinnati.
Okay, that's fine. If you're from the Columbus area, I probably don't like you.
Oh,
OH.
From the Columbus area, Mike?
nope.
IO.
Kentucky.
Don't even do that. Don't even do that.
OH.
You know that's my number one trigger.
IO.
Oh,
We're not
bleeds.
hearing this.
he bleeds blue. I bleed a
Yeah.
different kind of blue.
You got to shit all over me this past year when
I did.
Michigan beat Ohio State. So
That was glorious.
I know it was for you, not for me so much.
You know what, Dave, though, Ohio has a lot better indie wrestling than Illinois.
That's probably not true. We
I don't know.
we got-
Chicago's
we
got some pretty good indie
We
wrestling.
do. Warrior Wrestling.
Yeah.
We birthed Sky Blue. So, I don't know, man. What does Ohio have? Oh, Moxley?
I would like to
You know
see
who we have?
like
That
a warrior
jabroni?
like a warrior versus wrestling revolver. That'd be pretty cool.
Born
That'd
and
be
raised
cool too,
quitter.
yeah.
He's probably just like a Cubs fan, though. You know, it figures.
I'm not a who's a Cubs
that-
fan?
Are you a
No.
White Sox fan?
Yeah.
No, that
Wow.
bigot
Wow.
over your
So how does that work in Chicago? Is it just like whatever your parents were, or do you like form your own opinions
Usually it's
when you
North
get?
Siders.
Form your own
Southsiders.
opinions.
I mean, like, what makes you like one over the other, though?
Well, typically the North guys like Cubs, the South guys like the Southsiders, the Sox.
Okay.
So if you're from the South
Northsiders
side, you like the
drive
Sox.
Miata.
So if you're a poor, you like the Sox, and if
Wait a minute, are you calling me poor?
if you're living on Lakeshore Drive, you're a Cubs fan.
Yes.
they
Okay.
drive Miatas and play pickleball and
Yeah, they live in their $3,000 a month apartment. And yeah.
That checks out. Sox are the team of the people. I like it.
well, Dave, we can agree that the Cubs sucked, and but
Yeah.
you can save all the noise with the CM Punk stuff because that guy's toxic.
Whoa. I don't need this. I don't need this.
Dave-
I'm leaving.
Dave, you know what? I was actually wearing my CM Punk dog collar shirt all day today.
And what happened?
I had to wear
Wait.
my house rules shirt.
And
What-
just
what
like
am I
your
gonna-
hero, he
What am I-
quit wearing it.
Yeah. Wow. What do you think? I'm going to wear a CM Punk shirt on here? What are you, crazy?
Dave, did you put up the video you shot last night of us?
What video? Oh, I'm working on it. I'm gonna have to. I have to get it. I have to get it
All edited and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm thinking about not doing what I did the last time. Like the vlog thing is cool, but I hate talking to the camera when there's nobody there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that shit is so.
Just make some reels. That's the thing now,
why I
right?
don't
Saying
do it.
guys a million times is kind of annoying. All right, guys. All right, guys. What you?
Hey,
say
chat.
guys?
Hey, chat. What's up, chat?
What is up, guys?
What is up, guys? Rick
Hey,
Thick
guys,
Daddy
don't forget
Cactus
to
here.
Smash that like button and that subscribe button, and don't forget
Yeah.
to, hit that bell so you get a notification every time we go.
Email notification. So you just always have emails all the time.
See, I
Yeah,
can do this
no,
shit
it's-
all day long. I think it's
Right.
just corny. Yeah.
I mean, we have cool content, so I mean, it's
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. You seen those? Have you seen their interviews?
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty
Have you
good.
guys? Did you guys get locked in any interviews while you were there doing the meet and greets?
No, we do have a few in the chamber though. I know Wednesday, I believe we're recording another one. We got a returning guest. The Stepdads are coming on Wednesday to do a little record. So that'll be a lot of fun. And got a few others in the works. Just got to nail down a date to record. It's kind of hard to do when, you work full time and those people also wrestle and work full time. So
now that our schedules are more lined up, it'll be a lot easier to
That's
kinda
true.
coordinate things though. So we're just kind of we're in a pardon our dust stage.
yes,
Are we
correct.
Shall we
Correct,
say.
correct. But yeah, hopefully doing another one with BJ Whitmer here soon. Kind of a post-revolution. Wanted to get his thoughts on how he thinks things are shaping up. So once we get that nailed down, we'll definitely get that out because that was one of my favorite interviews ever. It was a lot of fun.
We got a couple of kind of these outside of the box interviews too, just people not necessarily wrestlers, but people just involved in different aspects of the industry and getting their perspective on it. So we got a couple of those lined up as well.
We even got a belt maker coming on here soon.
A boat.
So that belt.
Championship.
Oh, belt.
Yeah.
I thought you said boat.
No, not a boat maker. No,
I got
belt
a boat, man.
maker.
That's a bit of.
Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. Once we get those dates locked down, we'll definitely
See if we can talk him into
post all that stuff.
making us some dad team champion.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
I don't even think we can have like just a DWO belt. We need dad team champion belts.
Yeah, obviously.
For sure.
I forgot my name. I was just looking at my name. Pro CM Punk guy.
Yeah.
I love that.
The Punk Whisperer.
Punk Whisperer.
CM Punk Confidant.
You should put duh. After
Yeah,
it.
he's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should put duh.
Pro duh. Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, you did get to see our guy, wrestling T-shirt guy, fellow dad. And speaking of cool things on the horizon, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had an absolute incredible experience at the meet and greet with Orange Cassidy. If anybody didn't see it, check it out. Wrestling T-shirt guy on every social media platform. If you don't know his shtick, it is a really, really cool story. And Eric met him in line to meet Danhausen off some random chance. And it's been dad love at first sight since.
Yeah, literally met him in line for a Danhausen Ethan Page meet and greet, and then went to an indie show together, and then it's just kind of been like, hey, you want to go to another show? You want to come on the podcast? You want to come over to my house for the Rumble? Yeah, okay. So it's been a lot of fun. Steve is good people.
It's fun to be around like-minded.
Yeah, he does have a cool shtick. But yeah, if you go check it out, Cassidy did something really cool for him at the meet and greet. So go check that out. I won't spoil it for you.
Aw, I love hearing how they met stories. It's so cute.
Well, I met Dave because he wouldn't stop messaging me on Instagram, and I finally took pity on him and was like, well, this guy seems lonely. So
That's true.
No, we Dave was definitely one of the first people that we ever met after starting the podcast, and it's nice having, you meet a lot of people doing this stuff because there are quite a few wrestling podcasts out there and or pages.
You mean
And
we're
not all
the
of
one?
You don't.
No,
say.
we're not, believe it or not. But not all of them are great people. Some of them tend to be pieces of shit.
Facts.
So
Not naming any
it's
names.
nice. It's nice when you find cool people that you get to share your passion with. So,
And people like Dave too.
Dave, we just appreciate you. We just like you as a friend. That's all.
Oh. Boy, if I
No,
had a
we
nickel-
got Dave to come down to Revolver with us, man. If that tells you anything.
Yeah, if I had a
We've now
nickel for
been at-
every time I heard that.
We live
like
how
you as a
like
friend.
500 miles apart, and we've been to 2 wrestling events together
Right.
in the past month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I feel like,
Ohio.
Mike, we're going to have to reciprocate and go to one in Chicago eventually,
Oh,
or at
dude,
least
I
close
would
to it.
have-
Come
I
to
would
All
absolutely
Out.
love that.
Go to All Out.
I would love to.
Or
Go.
why don't we could make it a road trip and go see a Revolver show in Iowa?
That's true.
That's not Chicago.
Dave still has to travel for that.
There's a 45
I mean,
minute, 2 hour
Mike, you still haven't witnessed a Warrior show yet.
Yeah.
If they got a good
Warrior
Warrior show
show
in Chicago, yeah.
All right, yeah. Pick a date, man. Let us know. It's gonna have to be later this year. We gotta accumulate a little PTO, if you know what I mean.
You know what I'm saying? A little paid time off.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. It's on a Saturday, I think. So you,
All right.
No, we should be okay then.
yeah, they're usually on Saturdays. They're not on Thursdays like fucking Revolver shows.
All right. Talk
Middle
to
of the
Sammy
week.
about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what it is about Thursdays.
It's like when
Well,
you're
I think he's probably trying not to compete with GCW that does 8 billion shows a year, and pretty much all of them are on Saturdays and Sundays. So
Yeah, Thursday's their day to wrestle, so they'll, most of them or a lot of them work for Impact. So,
I wonder if that might be a since they're all on Fight Plus, if they're like making them spread it out type thing. You know what I mean? So they have more content throughout the week type stuff.
But they're not pre-recorded.
No, but like
Impact is.
if you have all 3 shows on the same night, I don't know how that stuff works. But yeah, it was just House Rules was awesome.
So what I thought was interesting, and
Go ahead.
We can make this as a talking point if anybody else brings it up. But Britt Baker was in the show, former champion. So I think that should speak volumes. It wasn't just like a bunch of jobbers getting together
Right.
and doing the job, but it was like high profile. Even the TNT champion was there,
Yep.
So you're gonna get your money's worth if you go to one of these shows.
Yeah, you had
I'd say more than your money's worth.
Right.
I mean, you had you had floor seats, and it was what, $50?
$50. Yep.
Yeah, and
Where if I went
We
to
had a
Dynamite,
better
it'd be
view and a
$250.
$25 seat than we had. And how much were our floor seats for Dynamite?
a couple $100.
Yeah, I had a better view. I didn't have insanely bright lights in my face the entire time.
Yeah. That's one thing. If you ever do go to a live wrestling event, and you want to pay those bucks to get on the floor, and you want to be on the side that the hard cam sees, be prepared to squint a lot of the time.
No doubt, dude. No doubt.
I mean, it was cool, kind of a, hey, I've done it. I've been, ringside for a major wrestling show, but yeah, I think I'd rather just be in general admission. I enjoy that more. But it was definitely 100% worth it. Like you said, Britt was there. Mox was there. Claudio was there. Will Hobbs, TNT champion. Christopher Daniels, multi-time former world champion. And then they, like Britt went up against Anna Jay, which I'm sure that was their like, hey, let's try to get Anna, some work against somebody experienced with working the crowd, so it.
Every matchup kind of makes sense, knowing the kind of thought behind, and that's awesome, man. And I love.
You're bugging out real bad, dude.
Whoa. Nice auto tune. I didn't know you had that button.
You were glitching out that whole time. We didn't hear a word you said.
All right, cool.
Oh.
Say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
I want to hear what you had to say.
It makes me feel bad. Why you act like that?
I'm upset.
Oh, okay.
Stupid internet.
Sorry.
Um.
No, but the coolest thing was that the owner was there, Tony Khan.
Yeah, TK was there. He was tweeting that stuff out all night, wasn't he?
Yeah. Man.
It was it was cool, man. You just and I feel like you kind of have to be in your first house show. Like, hey, let's make sure this doesn't go off. Let's make sure this goes off without a hitch.
The best part about it was that like nobody was really tweeting about it negatively because it wasn't on TV.
Yeah,
Notice that if it's not on TV, people have nothing to complain about.
exactly.
Unless
Dude,
you
there
put
was
it
Now
on-
I'm sure there are going to be some people who are like, "What? Why did Darby and Orange Cassidy tag together? That doesn't make any sense. It's a fucking house show."
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah. You know what was fun? Watching Darby pick up like a 4-year-old kid who had his face painted like Darby and hold him up like Simba from the effing Lion King. Like, that's cool, man. Like Mike said it multiple times. That kid's fan for life right there. Boom.
Yep.
That's just in a nutshell, man. That has been my entire like wrestling experience thus far. Like all that kind of experience, that positive thing. Just people at this level that we so much enjoy trying to make a name for themselves and caring about every single individual fan. I mean, just the fact that, we saw Britt Baker interacting with a fan that she remembered and specifically knew details about she had talked about with this girl before. And, what Orange Cassidy did with Cephas, those little things, and Darby with that little kid, man, these guys don't have to do that stuff. They're already famous. And then them to do that, man, that's beautiful. And that's just concrete evidence of why I love doing this. And I love why I take my time and money and spend it on the wrestling industry.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all the interactions me and, Emmy have had that have been so positive. So I reiterate that 100%. It's a really cool, and, obviously just like every, community or whatever you want to call it out there's negative parts of it, but man, when you find those good positive parts, they're worth it for sure.
There's some amazing people out there.
And like, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, Pro, but I know I've seen, like on the anniversary, of your dad, like all the people showing their support, like that was just a really cool thing. Like some of these people we've never even met in person, but everybody comes together and just supports each other, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta say that was awesome. It brought literal tears to my eyes because
Right.
when we get together, like when tragedy happens, the good people do come out, and I noticed that with my dad passing away, and then Mark Briscoe passing away. It was like every fan for once was like, God, we were with each other.
Yeah.
And then a week after, everybody was back to their bullshit. But
Yeah.
it is what
For
it
sure.
is. But when there's good in a lot of people in this community.
There is, and that's where you just kind of got to weed it out, and we kind of found that out. Like starting out, I mean, I was hitting, and I don't know, Mike, if you were doing the same thing, but I was hitting the follow button or follow back button like crazy, like any and all wrestling related. Like, hey, I just want to get involved in this, and then I would say after about 6 months, I kind of started like, okay, it's not worth it following you or you or you or you. Like, if this thing ever blows up, great. If not, I really don't care. Like, I just want to have my interactions be positive in the wrestling community. And I know you've been the same way, Dave, if there's ever, people posting, BS comments on your posts, like, your whole thing is literally just like, hey, this person tweeted this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then, like, everybody has to, like, wow, this is stupid. And it's like, okay, blocked, bye. Like, it's... I'm not here to argue about it. I just like talking about wrestling.
Talking about you,
negativity.
Sith Lord 1977.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. I don't need...
Right
And-
here.
I get crotchety about this stuff. I know that. But it's not me just hating on it for hate's sake. It's, hey, I know the standard that they can be at. I think they should be here. This wasn't very good. And, I mean, I do that with WWE and AEW. Do I criticize WWE a little more? Probably. But that's because I just enjoy the AEW product more. I enjoy the wrestling aspect. And there's times when AEW has really lacked in story, and I've been like, hey, can we get a little bit here? And
But then you have matchups like we're gonna have this Wednesday, and it's like some of these it doesn't even matter when you have a dream matchup like Kenny Omega versus Vikingo.
Yeah.
That they can deliver those kind of matches and without having to go. WWE does a lot more of, well, we could do have this dream matchup, but we're gonna wait till this pay-per-view or that pay-per-view or whatever after this storyline plays out till we roll this out. And I think AEW does a little better with catching fire in a bottle.
and that I've seen already people like get negative about the Omega Vikingo, and I'm like,
I knew it.
like they're like, where's the story here? They were supposed to face each other like 2 years ago.
I don't get it.
There's history. Just because
And you know what? Even if not, who gives a shit?
Who cares? That's what I've been saying. Thank you.
Who cares?
Thank you.
I get to watch two guys who are the top tier of talent in the world go at it for probably 20, 30 minutes. Yes, please.
Yeah. Dude, it's like any fucking indie show you go to. You
Yeah.
see two big names that you can't wait to see in a match together. You don't care about no fucking, lore or story.
Yeah.
You just like, yeah, let's go see these two do it. I don't know why we get so fucking, like, I'm sorry, but I don't know why we get so bent out of shape that that every match has to have a story.
You're lucky
Yeah.
For the most part, when WWE does it, one good story, like the Bloodline, they expect everything to be like that. The Bray Wyatt shit, I'm over it. That shit's lacking.
Me
The
too.
only time he was ever over when he was not on TV.
Yeah, because everybody wants what they can't have.
CM Punk all over again.
Hold up. Well, let's.
Hold on now. Hold on.
Sometimes,
Our Lord
Sometimes-
and Savior over here,
but sometimes
Cornelius Montgomery Punk.
Go on.
I'm trying to stir the pot. Sorry.
the thought of people or our idea of people is not exactly how
Yes.
people are. Sometimes the return is the best part of people coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, a case where that is untrue is when Chris Statlander comes back. That return's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait for her to wrestle again.
She's just hopefully she can pick up with right worth that momentum that she was building right before she got injured.
Now, when CM Punk comes back, that's going to be a great return, and then a week later, we're going to be like, oh, yeah, he's a piece of shit. So
Well, you guys.
I'm
My
just trying to
opinion
get
still-
I'm just trying to get Dave riled up.
Speaking of Statlander, and I guess trying to segue there, but I watched the Taya Valkyrie match from Rampage today.
Yeah.
And kind of reminded of what she's like in the squared circle. And man, I'm really really interested to see her and Jade now, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that has definitely the possibility to, she could be the one. Maybe we're off balance with this Taya thing, or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, with this Chris Statlander thing. As much as I wanted to see it, maybe it's taking too long, and it's like, okay, we gotta progress with Jade. It is because we can all agree the Jade Cargill thing is stale now, so she needs.
It's
to do
getting
something.
a little stale. But that's the thing, is that Jade herself is a freaking star. So like, after she loses it, what does she do?
Right. She has
Yeah.
to then, because, and like I think we talked about it last show, how they've been like two different.
It's been two islands. Like I've run through everybody in this company. Okay, how about Jamie? How about Britt? How about Tony? How about there's the main event, and then there's the TBS and the jobbers. Like I talked about this last show. I'd like to see those stories intertwine with the Outcast possibly costing Jade her title, and then that would give Jade a reason to join up with Jamie and Britt, and kind of, if we end up doing Women's Blood and Guts or something like that, I just think it'd be cool to kind of, hey, let's intertwine these stories. Because that's what I hated about Cody in AEW for a really long time. You had Cody Island, where he didn't, whatever was going on in his story had no interaction with anything else in the company.
Codyverse.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like they do a good job of that, because it's the same thing with the TNT title and the heavyweight title. It's almost like it exists on two different islands. But I don't know. That's kind of like a callback to how WWE used to be, because you had does that make the titles more relevant then, when you don't acknowledge, when one kind of, one league doesn't acknowledge the other?
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, obviously one is always going to be the premier title. Like, I'm not saying that, the TBS title is as prestigious as the AEW women's title, but at the same time, you can't keep telling the story of, I've run through everybody in this division.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't. So,
because I mean, back in the day, that the Intercontinental title was like, if you had the Intercontinental title and you had a good run with it, then you were, you're getting ready to go for the big one.
yes,
You're at least gonna
correct.
be in the conversation.
Mhm.
So kind of getting back to that, that's good. I mean, that's going to give people, something to fight for, and some of these lower level people. That's why
Maybe that's next for Jade. Maybe you're talking
I
about
hope
what's
so.
next. Maybe that's
I
next.
just want to see somebody else with a run with the TNT title. That way, we can start, kind of making it more of a thing. It's the Jade streak and the title run are kind of like, I don't know, man. It feels like they should have been two separate things. She's been kind of holding it captive, during this undefeated streak, to where it's the undefeated streak could have been one thing and the title run could have been one thing, but it's combined together, so nobody's able to get any kind of rub with that title.
I wish that title would have came to the House Rules show.
I agree.
I'm surprised it didn't, as close as they were to Cincinnati, and
Right.
her hubby is a Cincy lover.
I'm sure she'll be at plenty of House Rules shows, though. That's a given
Do you
right there.
think that the card's gonna get progressively, like, it's gonna decrease a little bit, because they had to go big for the first show.
I don't know. I think it'll depend on. I feel like the House Rules shows are gonna be very hometowny ish, because like how we had Brian Pillman Jr. and Mox at this one that's an hour from Cincinnati. You're gonna have whatever hometown talent are there. They can get their wins and everything like that. But I feel like they're gonna not necessarily just have the same talent at every single house show, and I guess it also depends what talent is contracted to like do those shows.
But
So I don't know. It
That's
depends.
the beautiful thing about having that some people complain about him having a bloated roster
Mm-hmm.
is that they're afforded to, you have people that are known and, quote unquote, big name people that can still come to these smaller shows, make an impact, pun intended, and still, not have to have MJF there.
Mm-hmm.
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
I won $1 on that bet last night.
What?
I bet Cephas was like, I'll bet you MJF shows up. I was like, I'll bet you any amount of money. He does not. He was like, I'll bet you $1. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. And he didn't show up, so I get $1.
Oh.
Cough it up, Cephas.
Swore it was
But Will talking about this, yeah, like she got done dirty in NXT, dude. Taya is awesome, and I'm hoping. God, I'm hoping. I've said this so many times. Can we please have more than one 15-minute women's segment on the show? Because that's what it feels like. It's like, hey, here's 2 women's promos in a match, and that's it. Like, you can have 2 matches. You have the talent for it. Please do it. I'm just saying. It bugs me.
Sky Blue versus Tony.
That's going to be dope. That is going to be pretty awesome.
We almost got. I thought Sky Blue was.
thought
gonna
it was
face
happening
Ruby
there.
Soho.
Yeah, well, I thought we were getting Tony and Sky Blue there.
Oh, like you thought Tony was going to come out? That'd have been freaking awesome. But
I like how they
No.
got a theme for themselves.
I said the same
yeah,
thing.
Outcast got a theme now. Yeah.
I love that. And it's cool too. Well, Big Rig said, she can't come out to the Ruby Soho theme because that's totally a babyface thing.
That's a babyface theme through and through. But I like that the house rules are going to kind of, hey, they can show a clip from house rules and be like, this is how this match was set up, or, something like that.
Well, I don't watch House Rules. I don't go to House Rules.
Well, effing watch it then, you marks.
Oh, of course, Moxley's got to bleed. I hate blood. Oh, I get it, but it doesn't really, help the story. What story are you telling me with the blood? Shut up.
You
Oh
just
my
can't
God.
please everybody, so there's no point in trying. All you can do is, they're still a young company, as people don't understand that they're still, what are we, 3 years in?
4,
Little-
yeah.
4 years in? I mean, how long's WWE been around? I know we've had this conversation before, but we just keep circling back around to it. Is they're still a young company and getting a million.
Still growing pains. It's amazing what they've done in such a short span of time,
Yeah.
for sure.
But yes.
I don't know. It was a lot of fun. If you can go to a house rule show, do it. They're a lot of fun.
Give it a 9 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'll give it 9 eggplants out of 10. For sure.
Why eggplants?
It was a pants raiser with how awesome that show was. That's right, buddy. Well, Mr. Magnificent, CM Punk guy, you guys got anything else?
I got nothing. I can't. I wonder when the next show is probably going to be in Canada, right? Talking about.
I believe so.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to the next one if they ever have it because the tickets are cheap, the vibes are cool.
Yeah.
Hot dogs are still almost like fucking $5, but it's fine.
I thought their stuff was pretty cheap there.
$3 for a hot dog is pretty steep for me.
Well, I'm used to going to Bengals games where they're like 15.
About 750.
Yeah. So that was a nice change of pace. You can get a pretzel with cheese for $4. Get out of town.
But that's pretty much got nothing.
Oh, buddy, I got me a pretzel with cheese. You better believe that. Delicious.
Hey,
Well-
we already have our tickets for the next Revolver show in Dayton. Just saying.
Yes.
So if you can't say, we said it here for everybody in the world to hear. Dave, will you please come to the Wrestling Revolver show with us again?
Please.
When is it?
April 6th.
I will go to the next Wrestling Revolver show with the
Yeah.
podcast.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
You heard it here, folks.
These
That'll
guys
be
fuck
awesome.
me
And you
up.
know what? If you're watching and you're able to go, you should go too.
Absolutely.
They're awesome shows. You get to see Josh Alexander versus Brian Keith. Let's go.
It's just a hop, skip, and a 4-hour drive away for me. So
Buddy, that's all in today's work right there. No big deal.
you guys got to definitely go to a Chicago.
I want to come to a Warrior Chicago show so bad because I mean, you know, I've been to 2 of them so far. Neither of them were in Chicago. They were both in Indiana, but both of them were awesome. And I want Mike to experience one. Like I got to go to.
We're getting
Go
a
ahead.
hotel, though. I'm not doing a 4-hour drive after a 3-hour.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh. Don't pull a me.
Yeah, no. We drove 90 minutes last night, and after working a full day, and then pulling
Yeah.
that off, yeah, it's a little much. Nah,
8 hours driving.
Dad said
A
no.
little much.
Dad said no.
Dad said no. We're not turning this car around. We're staying right here.
Yeah, luckily for me, for the Troy, my sister lives an hour away in Cincinnati,
There you go.
so I just stayed over there.
Oh well, yeah. Why don't you? Yeah, you can do that for revolver shows, dude.
I'm going to. Yeah.
See, you crash at our house, but I mean, or either of our houses, but we're
Me? You want me? I'm gonna eat all your food. That's what's gonna happen, probably.
as long as you don't drink my bourbon, my friend.
Okay, then. I'll eat
Unless
all
you-
your food.
Unless you drink it with me.
I'm down.
Be careful.
Yeah, just make sure you ask first. Michael bite your head right off. Drinking that bourbon.
I'm not a big drinker like that, but
Yeah.
hey, if you wanted to pour me a glass with, I don't know what's good with bourbon, Coke,
Ginger ale.
A late
ginger
one.
ale. If you want to give me some ginger ale, just so it smooths over for me, that'd be
Okay.
perfect. We'll get drunk.
Make him a Kentucky Mule,
I don't know what that is.
bourbon, ginger beer, and lime. It's tasty.
Do the
What-
voice again, Mike. It's tasty. Say it.
God.
Oh, it's so tasty.
Such
Wait,
an idiot.
hit your lips.
Oh, descending into madness is what we're doing.
Hey, check out
All
our
right.
t-shirt store.
Yeah, please. Pro Wrestling
have-
Tees, Dead World Order
Shirt
Podcast.
isn't on there, but we have some other shirts on there, and if you want some different shirts, then let us know.
Yeah, we got shirts physically in stock now, so we can just ship them out to you.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy. Excellent quality.
We're trying to be somebody.
Yeah.
We all.
I'm just saying, I still need a Pro Wrestling Podcast shirt, but
It's
We haven't been
on
show-
the
we haven't been on the
website.
show in a while. I'm saying.
I don't have a website, but it's on the website.
it's on the website. Got it.
That doesn't exist.
Yes. www.prowrestlingpodcast.gov.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely not the CIA.
.org. All right, well, that's about all the time we got. I have been Big Rig. He has been Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He has been Dave, a.k.a. Pro, a.k.a. the CM Punk guy. We are the Dead World Order Podcast. We appreciate you coming along, talking wrestling, especially Will. Appreciate you, my dude.
Cheerio.
Until
fella.
next time, Mike,
Kids, be nice to your mom.
there you go. Top Dads, out.
Dad, World Order.